So they'll be calling you a radical and doing this piece on the synthetic diamonds, and I'll explain why. So stay with me, as this is real important. NUScale from hell, right here. I'm in the belly of the beast. Weber State University. I used to teach at. They blackballed me. Took my PhD. Took my undergraduate. Waters construction. Now stay with me. They messed with the wrong dude. God. Hold on. That might be the governor's office. Hello. Hello. Oh, fuck you. Fucking. How do they get your spam big data here? So, anyway, this is real important. The ballot of Robert Richards or Richards Roberts. Fucking. Remember, this is the University of General Electric. Now, Tracy Hall, who invented the synthetic diamond, so did Ritter. This is General Electric. Do you not get this? This is floor construction. Floor. UTAH Construction built the reactors of Fukushima, Japan. Built the reactors at Diablo Canyon. At San Onofre. This is it. I'm in the belly. Don't you see? I'm in the belly of the beast. They fucked with the wrong guy. My 8th grade history teacher at Walkway. Oh yeah, I was one of those kids with the brain. So let's talk about, this is real important. NUScale from hell. So, Kathleen was an adjunct professor here for a while. She's head of the N.R.C. So the N.R.C. Floor Construction, Idaho National Lab. Pingree, bang, here. By the way, Lyndon LaRouche died on 2/12. That's the same hearing we had on San Onofre. I think it's irony dies on 2/12. That's when we got San Onofre shut down. Lyndon LaRouche, the countercultures, who did so much great work, but he was pro-nuclear. That's how they play these fuckers. They take these idiot, they're called useful idiots. They take these countercultures the nuclear industry knows how to play. They did it to Alex Jones. You know, remember he was Fukushima. Now he's all pro-nuclear, you know. Paid fools, Michael Savage on chemo. So stay with me. So, the guy who co-assisted on this, now remember, Littlefield, the Stewart Library, Desiree, I know her personally. She stripped my fellowship because I went after her. They took it from me. Yep, the CEO of General Electric for all those years. Floor construction. I'm going to bust this so out, and this is going right to the governor's office. I'm sending this to Governor Herbert right now. Do I have a hook? These nuclear whores called politicians in Utah useful idiots. The kid holding the camera for me in the first video in the Capitol. Utah for Clean Energy from Pennsylvania. I says, you're a lobbyist whore. You're not from here. None of you are from here. I says, I hope your kids don't get cancer. I talked to him, and you think nuclear's clean? So I'm part of the committee who wrote the bill on AMPS. It says right on the bill, just like in New York, status King Cuomo. Wind and solar only. They stole the money. Illegal. I caught them under this. It's corruption. They should be all in prison. NUScale. So, Christina, here at Idaho National Lab, and Jose Reyes, the CEO of NUScale. Now, I was at the Bear River Massacre, and I asked, the governor's office finally showed up there. Cox, who's the lieutenant governor. Now, he gets up on the stand. I have it on video. I didn't want to out him, so I haven't posted it yet, but I will. Well, we're up here because this is Utah territory. So I walked up to him, video. I says, why do you airing your ignorance in public for? This was not Utah territory, the Bear River Massacre in Franklin, Idaho. It's Washington. Well, that's not what we were told. There's your politicians. Told. Paid whores. Now, Governor Herbert break the chain. Every single governor in the history of the state has blocked the DU from coming in here, in the belly of the beast. Now, hear me. Reyes and her, the N.R.C. classification, so that we're waiting for the classification to come back, whether it's hot, which we know it's hot. Yet Hill of Utah, which I was one of the original founders, has been hijacked. Sierra Club hijacked. I knew Stegner personally. They fucked with the wrong person. They gave cancer to the wrong dude. They murdered my father. Oh yeah. By the way, Mr. Hall loved me. I could always wonder why he was so fascinated with me. And now I know. Because I had a twin sister, and he was fascinated with twins because he was a mutation dude. So, Richard Richards, he becomes the guy. So he's the lubricant guy. Yep, the iodine lubricant guy who fucking murdered millions. He invented it. So when they became the new head of the nuclear scumbag energy scumraggery, he dumped gasoline on himself. And he set himself on fire and committed suicide. Oh yeah, he knew what he'd done. These are monsters. Don't you see? I'm in the belly of the beast. Isn't it ironic? I got fucking cancer the day I'm due to speak in Zuccotti. I've got the whole field on the anti-nuclear. Nobody's got the field bigger than me. Then I just get a stomach ache. And I get a death sentence of leukemia. I was with Julie Ash yesterday. I was with my doctors in East 8 Bone Marrow. That's where I uploaded those videos. I uploaded in the East 8 Bone Marrow Transplant Center. These fuckers have murdered so many. This is the belly of the beast. Don't you see? So, Governor Herbert, this is directly to you. You stood right there and told me that you would not let them do this. Here's the corruption. This is important. The NRC has not ruled on the classification of this waste. We have a state law, but just like Cecil Andrews in Idaho. And I'll tie this in quickly because Idaho, now this is breaking news, you're going to get nowhere. I just got it out of the horse's mouth in Idaho. I have connections. Ella Potter Hunter said, getting down with Ezra Pound. I'm a Hemingway, by the way. My grandmother was a Hemingway. Yep, from Idaho. What a gem. Getting down with Ezra Pound in the breeding spawning grounds. They said they're projecting 25% of last year's run on the Bonneville and Stillhead. They're only projecting 900 total Stillhead all over the Bonneville. That's extinction. That's extinction. I just got this. Why are they still fishing? Why is it still open? The smoking gun of Fukushima. Fukushima should have been the end, my friend, of this. So Governor Herbert, stay with me. How can you let her classify the waste? So the ruling hasn't come down, but even if the ruling does come down, her and Rhea's lovers. I'm not kidding. I'm not making it up. This collusion at Idaho National Lab. Now, all right, Governor Herbert, your father died of leukemia. So did mine. You know, so did Mike Lees. He don't care. So did John Huntsman. Every single governor's vetoed this. Are you going to break the chain? Kenwood Financial was their original funding. I'll post the link. Kenwood Financial, you have to have the original funding before you can get the government grant. That's the law. Kenwood Financial was accused of running a Ponzi scheme, and the money was not there. They were found guilty by the SEC and sent to prison. Just like Blue Castle. I sat with him and had lunch yesterday with the Blue Castle guy. Oh, he hates me, I hate him. Lead Dog Hedge Fund. Remember I was in the Bone Marrow Transplant Center when I exposed all that? That it was a Ponzi scheme and it was fraud? It's fraud. NUScale's fraud. Utah stole the money out of AMPS illegally, and you know that, Governor. You know, in the name of the Father. You know that. So how can, this is collusion. Reyes, the Reyes connections. Now, remember, our Attorney General is named Reyes. Now, our Attorney General named Reyes is related to Jose. I asked him at the Bear River Massacre. He says, I have no relation. I said, what about NUScale? He didn't even know what it was. He needs to investigate this, Reyes. But let's remember, who is Reyes? You think he's connected bloodlines? That madman in the Philippines? Oh, that's his uncle. Oh, he's a Cal Berkeley guy. Oh, yeah. If I find out there's a connection, you know, the Reyes connection, I call it. So our Attorney General, I'm going to be sending this to him. Now, our Department of DNR, who oversees our environmental quality, guy named Kerry Gibson, who's the corrupt county commissioner here, how does he get that job? I want to know how he got that job, Governor. He's under investigation for $2 million in fraud here. He has no freaking degrees, no credentials. They give him the presidential award here. He didn't even go here. He has no credentials. Now he's running the DNR. I want to know, the guy that drained off the marsh and killed it, the biggest terrorist to the environment maybe that ever walked. Now he's head of the environment with no credentials. I want to know how that happened. I want to know. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to file suit on all this. I'm going to file suit under the Post-Ignorance Project because the Sierra Club won't do anything. I knew Stegner personally. He'd roll over in his grave. Try me. I'm not sick anymore. You know, I was full of cancer. I had open heart surgery when I did all this historic work. So when he became head of the nuclear, I mean, this is it. I'm in the belly of the beast. Don't you see? I'm in the water school business. I taught there. #1 school business in the country. They hijacked that. Your supply chain oligarch. You want to turn Utah into Los Angeles. That's the governor's own words right here, standing right here. When he dedicated this building, I have video. He's standing right here. I'm like, Governor. You know, and I'll say this to the governor. He always at least talks to me. The rest of them won't. This is real important stuff. This is fraud from hell. This is the biggest corruption in the history of the state of Utah. And these stupid, dumb politicians that voted for this because ignorant, selfish people. We have a major leukemia outbreak in children. AML. AML. Go to primaries. Oh, we can't talk? Oh, I can fucking talk because I'm in there. The death sentence, it's a death sentence, AML. in children. It should never happen in children. We have 170 cases this year alone. What are you doing? So, am I going to dump gasoline on my head and burn myself to death? Oh, no. Oh, no. But he figured out what he had done and how many people he had murdered. And that's what he did. The ballad of Robert Roberts, here, right here. Like I said, Tracy Hall was my 8th grade history teacher at Walker's Junior High. And I was one of those kids with the big brain. Oh, I sucked up everything. Nothing got by me. Nothing. I shook Bobby Kennedy's hand right here. Right before he was murdered. 1968. You're underestimating my connections and who I am. I'm telling you, this is the most corrupt thing in history. NUScale from hell, NUScale from hell, the ballad of Robert Richards. Oh yeah, that's what all you nuclear madmen. Desiree, with your money, eat shit. You know, you play that game with me. The Wattis curse, by the way. Clyde Cooley got mad cow and died. So I want to say one other thing, Governor. Stair cycle, right there where Clyde Cooley lived. Taught at the Wattis, the #1 finance professor in the... I have the last letter of recommendation he wrote. It's sitting in that building, the special collections. 150 years for the railroad meeting. That's my great-grandpa, Abraham Hunsaker the First. The office was in his house. That's him standing at the end of the train. That's how far I go back. Stair cycle was supposed to leave by 2018. That was the rule. Burning mad cow into our atmosphere. Remember the legislator who supported stair cycle in 2015 when we were fighting that? Remember her? Remember her and Bonham? Yeah, she got BSE in her brain. What's the irony? What's the chance? She got BSE. She defended the very people that murdered her. You can look it up. She got BSE in her head and died. Oh, it's a rare one in a minute. No. Clyde Cooley died of just that. The Romney clan owns it. That's right, the Boston boys. They're trying to put a nuclear waste dump site at Promontory right out the road. That's what this Gibson clan character is up to. This is corruption. I'm going to dispose it all. You try to kill me, you label me, I'll label you. Where's your nuclear crown, Governor? Where's your nuclear crown? You going to break the chain? You're going to break the chain? Every single governor, left and right, has blocked the DU coming in here. You going to be the one? You going to be the one? This is incredible history unfolding right here in Utah. Incredible. Melvin Dumar just died. He forged the will in that building. Mark Hoffman did the forgeries in that building. Edward Abbey did most of his work. Kevin Blanks from the landscape to the library. In the name of Edward Abbey. My wife and his third wife from Kaysville were cousins. She died of leukemia. That's what we do. That's what we do. So am I going to light myself on fire? But every one of you voted for this NUScale. As time goes on and it unfolds, the cancer, because all of you, cancer karma from hell, you're going to get cancer karma. And I'll tell you, all you stupid, dumb politicians, you state legislators, you state senators that voted for this, you don't even know why. You're going to get a little line down the road. And this is going to be because you're going to dump gasoline on your head and burn to death? No, Satan's going to do that for you because you're going to hell. We were taught as boys right here. Abraham Hunsaker the First, my great-great-grandpa. Without him, there is no Mormon church. The communist ties came from the same town as Einstein. They were communists. They're utilitarians. 100% redistribution of wealth. You hijacked our religion. You hijacked our place. You hijacked everything and turned it into nuclear waste.
What you up to?
That's my lines. That's my lines. The statue at the Presidio in Old Town. That's him. That's me. You know, you try to make us a little nuke, never hurt anyone. Come into the East State Bone Marrow Transplant Center with me, like your father. Yeah, it didn't hurt him, did it? Didn't hurt any of you peoples in the name of the Father. You fucking do not veto this, I will never forgive you. Fucking all of you people, you might as well dump fucking gasoline on your head and burn yourself to death. Littlefield the CEO, you talking to hell comes here. I could write 100 fucking books. You know, I am the fucking book. Don't you see? They circle the wagons and go after me. Try me. I'm a 1%er. Julie Ash yesterday, I was talking to her in the hospital, took photographs. What a freaking miracle you are. Yeah, without a bone marrow transplant. For you, the light inside of me, you will never take that. I have a tale to tell. I know the warmth she breathes. I've seen it once. I'll see it again. Set yourself on fire, you state legislators. And if Governor Herbert, if you do this, you ain't going to have to worry. We were taught that the Mormon church will be taken over by Satan. He would have hairspray, and he would be a good masquerader. That time is now. That time is now. This is nuclear Satan. NUScale from hell. NUScale from hell. Governor Herbert, don't you dare. You're going to break the chain. Stand tuned. I'll send this to you guys, but I'll be filing suit. I need an attorney. I'll do it myself. I'm going to get no attorney. I need a little bit of money to get the suit filed, but I'm filing suit against the state of Utah, against NUScale. They stole our money out of AMPS. I was part of the guy that wrote that bill. It said all wind and solar. They illegally, fraudulently stole it. This is corrupt as hell. Inclusion. Idaho, said getting down with Ezra Pound in the breeding. Fucking no, I'm a Hemingway. No. In the name of the Father. As the Pacific Ocean dies and goes extinct, NUScale, right on the banks of the Columbia, was born right where the freaking I was conceived and born, Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. The new massacre, Massacre Rocks, Idaho National Lab, right where the freaking steelhead and the salmon, as they're going extinct, that's where they spawn, little fries. I had to come home to Utah. As I say, they're called little fries. I got littler fish to fry, called NUScale from hell. Stand tuned.